It is the last day of groups. My group still has one game remaining. I'm sitting on the top of the table, but Nekma has a chance to overtake me. The game is played when I'm out for dinner, but when I come home, I boot up TTS and I turn it on. I join the game and the game is at round 4. So let's join the game and see how the game plays out. Will I still remain at top of the table? Will Nekma overtake me? Let's find out. So I don't request to be black. I think because I have a stake in this game, so I don't think I should be in that position to see the cards. So I'll just read the board state first and let the players take their turns. We are currently on round 5. I think Red is the first player, and this is the second time he's at first player again. So let's study the board slightly. So I think points are very deceiving a number. There are some points which are like left very easily for players to take. So we'll be studying other positions in this game. So first of all, red is currently has no interstellar shipping access. He has 1, 2, so he has very limited access points. He has 1 point dangling and he requires significant effort for the other 2 points. In terms of Swordmaster, he doesn't have his Swordmaster now. In terms of High Council, he just got his High Council. This also enables some of his techs. What he does have is a lot of techs. So he has this tech enabled, which gives him 4 swords every time. He has artillery and he has training drones. So in terms of combat, he's poised very well. And he also has I can't remember what this card is called. Wind traps to get him water. So you see that he has some sword cards. I think Gunpowder is increasing in value recently. I think because people are not playing swords, so this card is suddenly very good as well. So next on the list, we'll talk about Leto. So Leto is currently has interstellar access. No, is very near the top of the Spacing Alliance. I don't think anyone is near him. He has so he's 1302. So he has 2 points dangling and 1 point dangling, 1 point not worked on yet, and this point which is achievable. Okay. He has Swordmaster. He has a decent amount of other resources. He's in a pretty good position. I expect him to do well. Next is Ilban. So, curiously on this turn, I'm surprised Ilban didn't Mentat. Maybe he doesn't have a dagger. I think that's my first assessment of it. The other things that I noticed about this play is that... Okay, let's just talk about Ilban first. So, Ilban also has Swordmaster. Yeah, no High Council. Faction-wise is 2001, which is quite bad. Same as Romber. He does not have interstellar shipping access, and he's 1 tech negotiator. He has no techs. I don't really like his position very well. I think if you have Swordmaster, you should be at least ahead on the faction tracks. So I don't think he's doing very well. I guess maybe he feels he has a Leto in front of him. If he had a dagger, he should definitely have played it. So moving on to Helena. I'm not sure what card she pulled. I think that's the power of Helena. If you pull a good card, you're a lot more powerful, and everything else is quite irrelevant. She's currently at 1202, which actually is pretty decent. She has 1 point dangling and 1 point that she can grab quite easily, but she needs to put in the effort for it. I see she has some Benny cards. So let's see. She also has interstellar shipping access. However, she has done her shipping and she'll only have it round 7, round 8. So maybe round 7 she gets the ship down. She gets 1 more bump here. I don't mind her position. Her position is not so bad. I think in a conventional game, I think Leto and Helena are probably poised the best to take this game. But if the game drags on, so the game drags around 8, I think Blackstone has a chance. So let's get back to the game. Currently, the combat is at 6-6, all because of restricted high ordnance. I think that's a card that gives him 4 swords, and this is very hard to beat. So this kind of seems like overcommit on yellow's part. I wonder what his hand is. At least he picked up a point here. He took on water. I think that's good, I guess, because you'll get another water and then you can research station. So Helena gets Sword Master. Trust card. I see she has some Benny interactions. Not the best of the interactions, but it's not the bad. Oh, Rumble picks up Lady Jessica. This bomb is very useful, and if she draws into it, it's great as well for artillery. I'll pick up the point here, I guess. Or maybe not. I'm not sure what else deck has. So I'll actually pick up the point here or here because you have Jessica, so this point is quite easy to get. And this probably is the hardest. But you don't know what the rest of his deck is. Wow. Lito has small Jessica and he got it off. So when you get small Jessica off, it feels very powerful. The issue is that you normally have to go to weaker green spaces, and when I say weaker, I mean like yeah, when it's 1 spice, because when it's +2 spice, you normally cannot get it. I wouldn't have mind even coming to smuggling, but I think being able to deploy a troop into combat and to pick up last place very cheaply, I think is very good. I think this is a better play overall. It's good play. Maybe you can buy Quizettes. I really wonder what yellow bought. So in terms of buying cards for Ilban, if you're wondering, the best cards to buy are green. Oh, Stealing Alliance. No. Coming over the top. That's not too bad as well. I quite like this play. I mean, red has a reveal already, and now you put yourself ahead. Very prone to getting played, like very prone to someone playing a combat card against you. Nice. Draw a card, trash a dagger, draw 2. Yup, I love this play from Lito. He has quite a good Benny synergy going on. Even better than blue if I die, I feel. He should definitely have Quizettes or Spice Must Flow. Wow, yellow has 2 swords. See, this is what happens when you buy trash cards. I'm not sure if he had the dagger in hand before, but if he had the dagger in hand, first thing he should have done is to go to Mentat. Three to buy. So I'm going to read his deck here. Blue's deck has a lot of 1-cost cards, can you see? It's going to make it very hard for him to buy Spice Must Flows later. Even if he buys Liaisons now, it is very, very hard. You kind of need like a massive draw turn and high council to make it happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and he buys Quizettes. Round 5, going to reshuffle. I think if you could have hit 8, I would have. If I could 9, maybe I would have bought Spice Must Flow, but I think, yeah, it's reasonable. It's good. Oh, everyone passes. Enigma gets it with a dagger. See, in this case, right? What is yellow at? Yellow is... Oh, yeah. No, yellow can't even pull a troop out. Actually, if I was yellow, what I'll consider doing is I'll consider pulling 2 troops out. And getting 3rd place. I think that's something I would have considered. Using the retreat ability of Scout. No one even reads that text. Because it doesn't even come out. So I've recently changed my audio setup, my recording setup as well. I think if I change my setup at that point in time, I would probably join the voice chat. But now I can, and in the future I hopefully can capture the voice as well. I'm not sure if they're even talking. Green has a decently lean deck, I think. These buttons feel terrible. I don't think you need these buttons. I think these buttons are fine. Like, we don't need that much integration. I think these buttons are fine. I hate these buttons. I hate that this button is tied to the Solari. Green gets Holtzman. So the issue of getting Holtzman this late in the game is that it is round 6. You have to buy a Spasm Slow this round, and with 4 cards in hand, without high console, it is very hard. Would troop transports be better? Possibly. Maybe not. Maybe Chalmaki would be the best. But it's still not a bad card. I mean, he draws into his Quizettes and gives him a potential out. But you kind of do need a game to last till round 8. And if you're lasting it to round 8, then Romba is also very strong. Let me just check. Maybe maybe Mentat was blocked the previous round as well. Nope, Mentat was not blocked the previous round. So going forward, Blue just put in 2 troops. With spicy take, he took 5 spice. Yeah, that's a good amount. What are you using spice for at this stage? Going for highliner. Can you even beat red if you go to highliner? I am not sure. I'm not sure if you can beat red if you go to highliner. Just 1? Wow. Red just puts in 1 troop. So this battle for Imperial Basin does strange things to people. Every time I see this card revealed, right, someone who, if in position to highliner, will go highliner. I think Helena might go highliner. You know what? I think I can follow this game on 1.5x speed. So I'm actually gonna pause the game here and buffer in 1.5x speed and rewatch it. So we're gonna continue watching. Now we're gonna watch at 1.5x speed. Where were we? Leader goes to Mentat. Okay, so Ilvan decides to treachery and draw cards. High consoles. Okay, so I like this play only if he's able to buy a Spice on Slow this round. But his deck is not configured for it as well. It makes it a bit hard. But I guess if you're gonna draw it, this might be the turn to do it. Yep, just take treachery for the water. I mean, the troops doesn't matter, but it gives you a point. No, you might consider treachery to full space. Then at least you can ship up and down. That gives you a bump as well. I think that's a possibility. But I think he has to buy his Spice on Slow if he wants to be competitive. I think that's what he's thinking as well. Trash that. Does it even search his deck? Wow. So I mean, daggers are great and all, but the dagger in your discard is not doing anything. Sure, you might want to draw greens, but I mean, you don't even have the Solari to do it. In this case, I would just trash the dagger in your discard. So one thing I think he should be able to do is he should be able to count how much influence he has. So a good player will remember how much they have and will be able to know whether they drew enough for Spice Plus Flow. He should have. I mean, he has so many cards and he has so many bad cards in his discard as well. Yep, and I'd like him to pass the turn so we can move on. Don't know what else he's thinking about. What entry could he be playing? Oh? Yeah. So Rumble set up very well for combat. I think the artillery gives him a moment of surprise as well. I don't think he can find his way into getting Sword Master. That's I think the only pitfall. See, every time this combat comes up, someone else has commander troops. It becomes so tempting. Reasons I don't like this, the influence is bad. But I don't think there's anything else you can do with it. I mean, sure, selective breeding will be good, but in this case, I think it gets your point as well. Put some pressure on Lito. If you put in all troops, so if you get 18 strength, can you beat Romba? I think if you put in 18 strength, you probably could. But you cannot be half-assed about it. You cannot go to like 14. I think if you're at 14, Romba can chase you. You have to be really at 18. Wow, these players, the players are taking this game very seriously. I don't think the board state changed that much. I think, yeah, you have probably thought about it. Everything, yep. Blackson probably wants to win this combat and is probably thinking of how he can get there. But Helena has another action behind getting up to 20. So I think that's the number we must beat. Can you beat 20? If you can't beat 20, you probably want to set up for next round. So you're gonna set up for next round. What you do? Reveal for a shit ton of swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 9, 10. Yeah, reveal for a shit ton of swords. I'm not sure if it'll get him the point though. Maybe he has a combat card in hand. I'll take Duncan. I think getting Duncan for the water I think is very good. And even if you just play it once, you can spend your water quite efficiently. I don't like the liaison here. I mean, you're on a full combat strategy already, you might as well. All in. You're not buying a special slow with this deck anyway. Maybe you won. Wow, Lito's working on another alliance. Maybe he just wants a Solari. He doesn't really need a Solari. I think he could have came to Secrets and get a point. Oh, Ilban really likes to draw cards. I wouldn't have draw cards because his deck is so terrible. So actually triggering reshuffle is very, very bad. But was he not at 9? He definitely was at 9. If he wasn't at 9 he could. Oh, was he fishing for it? Oh gosh, if you're fishing for it, I don't think your deck is very good to fish as well. Yeah, Helena's trying to win this combat. Oh, Lito ships up. He has so much. Why did he draw a card? Oh, this is so bad. You should at least play your diplomacy. Right? I think he drew the reconnaissance. Oh, this is so bad. No, you should have definitely played your you should have definitely play your diplomacy. So diplomacy is half a point no matter where you play it. You know, you can go full space, you're halfway to your point. You have a full space in your deck. Now you cycle your deck, and your deck has all the bad cards here and all your good cards, all your relatively good cards here. Oh, and he buys Duncan. Why do you buy Duncan? Oh, what are you doing? What? Oh, save your spice. Just get liaisons. They do the same thing. Okay, maybe picking up putting it on top of the deck is not a bad play. At least he's positioned to get one more point from that. Blue edges out with a dagger. Wow. Look at green go. Draw another 2 cards. Wow. His deck is on fire. So my voice is a bit dry. I think I've been trying to do some research because I noticed like the start of my recording, my voice is generally okay. However, I think as I talk too much, especially because early in the morning, my throat is not warmed up enough. So I'm gonna get some hot water and maybe it'll help my voice. I'll be right back. So the entire reason why Ilban wanted to play his ring was to go to Mentat. That's terrible. You're with all your bad cards already. You know, you spend one action to set up this Mentat turn. So look at Red this round. Red used all his troops. He won the combat. He won the combat as well. He played. Did he play a tiebreaker? I think he played. Let me just double check what he played. So Red is still very happy here. I mean, the combat is not points combat, so it won't trigger a end game. And he wants game to drag. He wants to kind of recover to fight in the next combat. This combat is very important for green. I like what green is doing. Green is doing very good things. So he picks up the easy points, he setups for the harder points. What Ilwan has in hand is a lot of yellows, and I know that because 2 hands ago he had all yellows and he forced the reshuffle. So be careful with your reshuffles. They will hurt you if you don't think about them properly. In the previous round, he had the option to just to go to full space. I think based on the 3 cards in hand, he could have bought a Spice Must Flow already. He'll give up one action, but he'll have Spice Must Flow, and he'll have shipping access. And if he draws into his next hand, he most likely can ship up and down and get a bump. So that's what I have preferred for yellow overall. This is not really doing anything. What do you want the spice for? 5 spice? What can you buy? Chalmurky? 5 spice. No, it doesn't really do anything. It feels as though you are kind of trapped. No, if this was the case, I would definitely take the smuggling bomb first. Probably has blue. He probably has scout in his hand. Blue applying pressure again. I don't think it matters. Meaning, all depends who wins this combat. Right? These small bumps don't matter as much. Oh, but how much is red gonna commit? So it's good. It gets into the second row. He has 1 point dangling. I think he can quite easily get it. This puts a lot of pressure on the board. Would I put in this many? I'll put in 2 troops. Reasoning is that you have 2 actions. You know you can deploy them when it comes around to your next round. When on round 8, you can put in 2, put in another 2. I think with so many cards in hand, generally you have daggers, so it's a bit scary to play against. I'll definitely put in 2. I'm putting 1's too little. I think you realistically don't have additional actions unless you have urgent mission. So unless you have urgent mission, I think you should put in 2. And he agrees with me. No, he doesn't. He puts in 3. 2? I think 2 is the right number. Come on. Come on, Blackstone. I believe in you. I don't think Rumble is top tier. Lannister can fight me about it, but I still don't think that Rumble is top tier. I think it's decent. I don't think it's top tier. Wow. Will we see another Kwisatz this round? Oh, this doesn't do anything. I don't know why you're fighting. You don't even have. What are you doing? So if you're looking for why Framingham is a bad card, this is why Framingham is a bad card. In many cases, I'll still buy it. I think he has another card which requires Fremen access. Requires a Fremen bond, which makes this card pretty decent in that sense. But so many cases, I just prefer Liaison, especially on Ilban. I mean, Ilban is so easy for you to hit 9 with with High Council. I'll just put a tech negotiator most of the time. Oh, wow. He hits 9. He stacks his spice, his convincings. Well, this is a good play by Romba. I think that spice for slow buy is very crucial. But he did invest the water into it. Power of the Benny sisters. He puts in another troop. Okay, I guess it's worth a point. It's not like it's a point you're stealing from anyone. Green gonna reveal Quizets. No, green plate. Oh, green got sword. High console. Stop drawing cards. Draw an intrigue. You aren't getting to 7, right? If you want to draw cards, you have to draw cards earlier, not later. I don't know. I would have kept that in hand. I guess that's why he wanted another 2 troops. Yeah, he can retreat 3. Get an alliance. Oh, he telegraphs it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, he doesn't draw quizets. He does get to 9. I think that's the most important part of it. The yellow found his way to a Spice of Slow, which is very good. Why 3 precision so powerful? And why Ilban with Mentat is so strong? Yeah, his hand was bad, but just with Mentat alone, he gives him Spice of Slow. I would have played the Scout earlier. I do not know why you need so much spice. I mean, even if you go to Highliner now, are you beating red? Yeah, I think it's an overcommit from red also. Now red will pick up 1 point. He can't pick up 2 easily. Maybe he can, but it's very hard. I think Ilban would probably make it too difficult for him. I mean, he still can get 1 point, definitely. Okay, draw a card. Chalmaki? Troop transports? I think Chalmaki is probably your path to victory. He agrees with me. And Memo Quarters reveals herself. Oh my god. This is a point for Leto. And I don't think it can be blocked by Romber. No, Romber can definitely block it. If he has his ring, he can block it. Does he have his ring? It's worth a point for Romber as well. This should be a point for Romber as well. Artillery and drawing cards. Because yellow has the resources and troops, yellow can put up a very good fight. But even then, red is not poised to end this round, right? He gets... He kind of needs the faction bump. Yeah, he definitely pick up Memo Quarters. It is a point for... It's a point for him. He doesn't even need to fight on the other alliances. He can. Is there any way for Ilban to grab shuttle fleets? And is shuttle fleets even good for him? I'm not too sure. Yep. This is what he was setting up for. As you can see, he didn't need the 3 extra spies that he took just now. I ran this card too. It's painful to anyone buying a spice of slow, which I guess would be everyone actually. So Blackstone needs to decide what he's discarding. You probably can discard some of your swords. You just want to keep enough for your spice of slow. And you want to think about how you're getting to your last point. Maybe he can go to wealth. I think wealth is best. If he goes to wealth and someone goes to Kartek, he goes to wealth, someone goes to Taka, yeah, this is very good. He gets 6. No, he gets a point either way. It's not a wasted turn. And the chance that someone does go there is very, very high. So there's a second worker on research station. And yellow is going to research station as well. This is so ridiculous. I don't even know if yellow gets there in terms of buying a spice for slow. 2, 3. He spends the water as well, I guess. Puts in 2 more troops, that's good. Yeah, he draws a card, gets a troop. Everyone's drawing cards. This is insane. Blue's drawing cards. I I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Will you look at that? How pretty is this? Look at this party on look at this party on the research station. Yeah. So red prioritizes spice of flow. And even then he's set up quite well. So it doesn't even look like people like discarded cards. Everyone has so many troops. Is the game ending this round? Possibly. Yellow is fishing. It's a very tough fish. Also, I guess it grants him a troop. But yeah, I think if you're teetering on the point of like 8 and you get a chance for a point, you probably do it. Kartek might have been better. Enigma's reveal. He should have a spice or slow. Does he have another point somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Can anyone end this game? Maybe if blue have a stage incident, maybe he'll end this round. Then it's so unlikely as well. What card did he buy first? Legion? Looks like it. It's not a great card. I think he was last player, so he probably picked Helena because of that. Oh, can green steal an alliance? Certainly looks like it. Nah, no way he was buying Spice of Flow. I would have definitely went to Kartek. Oh, two intrigue cards. This just denies yellow the point because he doesn't have the Solari now to get the other point. Oh, and red is the one who ends the game. Yeah, actually I didn't. Oh yeah, I miscounted the spice of slow. Oh, doing endgames, and green has Grand Conspiracy, and he gets. Wow, with his last action of the Benny, he gets the Grand Conspiracy point as well. And he also gets the Holtzman Engine point and the Memo Quarters point, which puts him at 3 endgame points, pushing him ahead of red. Red has cornered the market. Oh, he. That was a bit of a slow roll by red, but he doesn't even win with this slow roll. Oh. Green wins on tiebreakers. Red denies. Yellow the point. So we come to the end of the game. Lito clutches it out with a round 5 Quizette's by. He plays it round 6, round 8. Right, and I think it feels very strong both times he plays it. It feels very strong both times he plays it. He has a lot of Benny interactions, and yeah, he only gets one alliance, but with all the endgame points he has, he suddenly gets there. I think this is the easiest point to get from Grand Conspiracy, the 4-4 High Council and Spice of Slow. The Dreadnoughts are really hard to get. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this game, and with that, Nagma is second in the position, and I'm top of the table for Group K. So woohoo! So hopefully that gives some credibility to some guides that I put out. But do challenge it. I do love the banter. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's the last video I have of the group stage that I've recorded. Now it's the 3 players, and I actually have played 3 players like twice, and I feel very happy that I'm not playing in 3-player games because I am not sure what I should be doing at all in 3-player games. Yeah. So I think next time you hear from GPI from me should be the knockout games. I don't have very high expectations with regards to it. I think in a game of Dune Imperium, the best player can win like 40% of the times, and I think that for quite a casual game, I think it's quite good. You know, you don't want the best player to win all the time. You want him to win majority of the time, so that there's some ownership to his and some weight to his actions. And I don't think that I can guarantee myself to win, but I do think I'm in a decent position to win. I think I give myself a 30-40% shot to win. And I think that's good enough. We'll see how it goes. Thanks everyone. Thanks for supporting this channel.